Hey friends, good to be with you again. So let's talk about the opposition between Venus and Mars in a composite chart. So this is a super sexy aspect to have, and it often brings up a dominance passivity play between two people. There's a lot of sort of physical games that will come out of the two people. It will spark some repressed or unknown desires or urges, because oppositions bring out extremes of behavior between two people. Anytime you see an opposition in a composite chart, it's going to be one of the more strongly felt links between two people. Oppositions show up more strongly than any other aspects in composite charts because of the nature of what they mean. There's an extreme of gratification that happens with this particular opposition. We sort of reach out to the extremes of what we want from the other person and what we can give to the other person as well. Fierce demands are placed upon both people to fulfill their desires. And we can even feel that the other person is dominating us with their desires or with their demands. And it can go very much both ways. Often it will be one partner that has the more fierce side of things, though, and the other partner is feeling more like they're in service to that. So in most relationships, this opposition is actually okay. Now, it sounds a little fierce there, but it's actually okay. It's highly flirtatious. Yes, we can see some sparks fly with this one. There can even be sort of an argumentative sort of banter that develops between the two people that can look like it's actually not working here, but it's part of their play. It's part of their flirtation. So it's not a quiet aspect to have in a relationship. The two people are very much focused on each other because there is this sort of extreme of attraction and extreme of desire that the other person fulfill what it is that we are so attracted to in them. We don't tend to lose sight of each other very easily. It is one that tends to show up very early in a relationship if we have other personal linkages. Venus-Mars aspects in themselves will not spark a relationship. We have to have more sort of personal pulls towards each other. So look at, Sun, Moon, Venus to inner planet, like Venus to Moon, Venus to Sun, stuff like that. You would want to look for where is the emotional or psychological bond really occurring. And if that's somewhere, then this or any other Venus-Mars aspect will turn on. But they don't attract us to having a really personal relationship in themselves. Now, we could have this like with a neighbor or, with somebody at church or with somebody in our social life or with the milkman. And we would have, if any Venus-Mars aspect, we would have like this sort of, easy, teasing or getting along kind of thing, whatever the Venus-Mars aspect indicates, that would be there. That would be a factor with how we relate to each other, but it would not cause a personal relationship in itself to start. But if this, again, is in a composite chart where obviously we have other things going on, where the two people are involved with each other and they're attracted to each other, then it does tend to keep people focused on each other for a very long time. it's not gonna simmer down anytime soon with this particular opposition. So you want to look at it in conjunction with, are there other very demanding things going on in the relationship? Is it a plutonic relationship? Is it a relationship where we have like Sun Mars, or especially Moon Mars aspects going on? That's definitely going to up the ante there. Turn up the volume. Stove's going to get a little bit hotter. Frog's going to start leaping out of the water. You get my drift. So look at what kind of heat is already being generated in the relationship, and then see what this is going to throw on top of that. Because this can cause some extreme behaviors to emerge. Now, even in a mild, very harmonious relationship, we will still have some of our more extreme desires emerge, because the other person just seems to spark that. They seem to really pull out that more fierce desire that we are so focused on them to satiate for us. You just want to look at, is that in tandem with some motivations in the composite chart that are pointing to selfish stuff, or self-gratification, or self-fulfillment? Then this can show that those extremes that we're being driven to aren't going to add up to something that's always terribly healthy. So it's good to just look at what all is going on. Now, if this is part of, a good relationship overall, it will be fun to watch. It is super fun to be around a couple who has this opposition, because they like snippy snap at each other, or they will, like challenge the other person. And so it's just very entertaining to see how friction can actually build a bond, how it can actually result in the two people actually feeling stronger together. So it's kind of an odd one to see. It's not an uncommon thing to see in a functioning relationship, but it's a fun one if you do get to witness it. Hope this was helpful. If it was, please subscribe to my channel. You can find me on the internet at truthandaspectastrology.com, Facebook, Instagram, other social media at Truth and Aspect Astrology. I do offer a subscriber option on my website if you're interested in more and regular content, teaching videos, question and answer live chat sessions. Check me out over there. And I'm not currently meeting with clients, but check my schedule in the future. I'm just focusing right now on teaching full-time and creating content full-time, but check my schedule in the future. I'm sure it will open up eventually, and I'll be back super soon.